usually come. Okay, the recording is in progress. So first of all, I'd like to thank everyone, all the BITNA members, whoever joined here today to come and join this interesting topic. Our topic for today, যেটা আমি বলতে যাচ্ছিলাম, is dealing with IT work stress and burnout. Okay, so I'm just gonna share some slides that I have collected, and I wanted to, share with you guys on how to, and we'll talk through this. How do I open the presentation? Totally forgot how to do the PowerPoint করি না তো।
Yeah, bottom right corner, 1, 2, 3, fourth icon.
Okay, yes, I got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. So dealing with IT work stress and burnout is a very important topic because I don't think most of the Bangladeshi community, we talk about IT job, getting an IT job, and and also trying to maintain the job. But sometimes what happens is we are also human beings. We forget to, and we also don't learn on how to deal with the work stress and burnout. And this is not just about Bengali community. It happens to any human being. যে কোনো মানুষের ক্ষেত্রে হইতে পারে যে আইটির ওয়ার্ক স্ট্রেস বার্নআউট হইতে পারে। তো বার্নআউট গুলো কেমনে ডিল করতে হয়, কেমনে হ্যান্ডেল করতে হয়, এগুলো অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমাদের কমিটির ভিতরে মানুষরা অনেকে জানে না। আমি নিজেও অনেক এসব ব্যাপারে সাফার করেছি। So I thought I just want to share some insights on how this can help our community. So as you can see, our health organization defined burnout as a syndrome conceptualizing as a result of chronic workplace stress that's not been successfully managed. So basically আমাদের যে এক্সস্টশন গুলো হয়, যে মেন্টাল প্রবলেম গুলো হয়, ডিমোটিভেশন গুলো হয়, এগুলোকে আমাদের হ্যান্ডেল করতে জানতে হবে. We haven't learned how to do these things. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about it here. First, I want to talk about why burnout happens. ঠিক আছে? একটা হতে পারে যে first of all they holding idealistic expectation of themselves, overly ambitious or perfectionist. This can be a reason. I'll take questions at the end of the presentation. So if anybody has any questions or ideas they want to share, we will talk about it as we go along. Okay. So having strong need for recognition. This is another thing. This actually motivates us to work hard, which is good. We need recognition. আমরা recognize হতে চাই। একটা overly ambitious, the perfectionist হতে চাই। Okay, good. The needing to please other people, suppressing their own needs in process. This is a very big issue. Especially আমাদের community এটা বেশি হয় because we try to like be G be good with the boss, be good with our managers, so trying to make sure they're pleased in the process. So this can also lead you to some kind of burnout. We'll talk about it as we go along. Controlling and not being able to delegate and feeling irreplaceable. This is a very another cause of why these things can happen. Another one is often overestimating themselves, overcommitting to work and becoming overburdened. This can lead you to burnout as well. And viewing work as only meaningful activity and allowing work to substitute for social life. Very bad. I don't suggest doing this. But the fact is, the work culture of this country in the North America, be it in US and Canada, it's really different. They make it work very, very hard and all that. So we have to know how to manage that work stress and everything. Other factors যেটা হয়তো demanding workload, যেটা আগে বললাম যে there's a huge demand for workload, for example, lack of time and resources to complete the task, and they just overburden you. They put a task on you on your desk and ask you to finish it very quickly, whereas you know that the workload is kind of uh, extra and create a lot of pressure on you as well, mental pressure as well. So problem with leadership and management. This is a very big problem. This happens এটা আমাদের বাংলাদেশে হয়, এই দেশেও হয় কিছু কিছু কোম্পানিতে. So it's not like they're immune from it. There's a lack of low role clarity, poor communication, lack of positive feedback. একটা সে toxic atmosphere at work. For example, bullying. এগুলা কিন্তু হয় এই দেশে work culture. I'm not sure if anybody has faced it. We'll talk about it as we go along. The lack of autonomy and influence over work decisions. তারপর একটা হচ্ছে lack of personal and professional development opportunities. অনেক কোম্পানিতে সাধারণত ডেভেলপমেন্টের অপরচুনিটি দেয় না আপনাকে. So now I just want to discuss. These are just like some research that I've done. So uh, how to stop burning out as IT professional. Okay. তো কিছু কিছু পয়েন্ট গুলো আমি ওয়ান বাই ওয়ান আজকে ডিসকাস করবো আপনাদের সাথে. One is know when to take a break. আরেকটা আছে become replaceable. We'll talk about it in detail. These are the like highlights, okay? আরেকটা আছে be more efficient. আরেকটা আছে learn to say no. Then you have set reasonable goals, prioritize your health, don't neglect your life outside of work. About to learn something new, define a clear long-term goals. So this is actually especially for your career, what you want to do. Okay. I touch do what you love. I touch find a new job. So let's go to it one by one. Know when to take a break. If you're constantly hustling and your mind and body will never give up, you need to have breaks for relaxation so that you can energize yourself. ঠিক আছে? You want to be more proactive by taking breaks throughout the day, but not like long-term break, like short breaks to keep your mind away from the computer a little bit. Taking walking or grabbing a coffee or maybe lunch with a coworker or something like that. এই জিনিসগুলো অথবা যদি আপনি ওয়ার্ক ফ্রম হোম করেন, আমি তো যেহেতু বাসায় কাজ করি, মাঝে মাঝে একটু হেঁটে আসি, বাইরে থেকে কোথাও ঘুরে আসলে মনটা ভালো থাকে। ইট হেল্পস আ লট, ট্রাস্ট মি। ও একদম কম্পিউটার সামনে বসে থাকাটা ঠিক না, ইটস gonna make you feel burn out. So also you gotta find time to go to your favorite places. Want to go for hiking or a park, কারোর সাথে কোথাও বেড়াতে যেতে চান, এগুলো জিনিসগুলো আপনার মাথায় রাখতে হবে। It actually helps. Become replaceable. এখন বার্নআউট অ্যাভয়েড করার জন্য এটা একটা ডেঞ্জারাস ট্যাকটিক বলে, বাট দিস ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি ভেরি হেল্পফুল ফর ইউ। If you're the only one who knows how to do a certain thing in that company, হ্যাঁ, and তারপর মনে করেন যে বিভিন্ন মিট আপ মিটিং এ আপনি যাচ্ছেন, আপনার একটা ভেকেশনে যেতে হবে, কিন্তু ওই কাজটা খালি আপনি জানেন, সাপোজ ওই টেকনোলজির কাজটা। সো ট্রাই টু অল্টারনেটিভলি ট্রেন দি আদার পিপল ইন ইয়োর টিম সো দ্যাট দে ক্যান ওভারল্যাপ দ্যাট রেসপন্সিবিলিটি। লাইক আপনি না থাকলে তারা আপনার বদলে আপনার অবর্তমানে তারা কাজটা যাতে করতে পারে। এটা একটা সুবিধা হচ্ছে কি, মনে করেন যে আপনি একটা ভেকেশনে গেলেন বা ছুটিতে বাংলাদেশ গেলেন, তখন ওই লোকটা সে কাজটা করলো, সে আপনার বদলে রেসপন্সিবিলিটি নিল, and you know that he is responsible to take over your situation whenever you're not around. It is dangerous in the sense that মানুষ মনে করে যে ও you will be replaced, আমি কাজটা না পাইলে আমার থাকবে না। Can somebody mute please? Thank you. So so it is it is what it is. So always try to talk to your team and your manager to make sure that you can designate some of the work off your shoulder to somebody else whenever you're not there. এতে আপনার কাজটা ইজি হয়ে যাবে, তার কাজটা ইজি হয়ে যাবে, and you'll not feel burden and burn out as well. আর হচ্ছে বি মোর এফিশিয়েন্ট। যেমন আপনার পার্সোনাল টাস্ক গুলাকে ডুরিং ওয়ার্ক আওয়ার্স আপনি করলেন না, আপনি ব্রেক গুলা নিলেন টু রিজুভিনেট ইউরসেলফ। আরেকটা জিনিস করা যায় হচ্ছে পালমোডোরো টেকনিক। এটার ব্যাপারে আমি একটু কথা বলবো। পালমোডোরো টেকনিক হচ্ছে যে টেকনিক, মনে করেন যে আপনি একটা টাইম স্লট করলেন, 20 থেকে 25 মিনিট বা আধা ঘন্টার মধ্যে আমি খালি কাজটা করব। আমি জাস্ট গোনো এক্সকিউজ মি ওকে, I had to mute you, Miss Nasim bhai, sorry. So so if you want to limit your time to a certain work, মাইন্ডটাকে আপনি ফোকাস করলেন যে আমি 20 থেকে 25 মিনিটের টাইম স্লটের মধ্যে আমি কাজটা করবো, কোনো কিছু করবো না, কোনো রকম মোবাইল ফোন বা কোনো রকম ডিস্ট্রাকশন রাখবো না। This helps you to be more efficient and productive at your work, especially when you're working from home. Things can go out of hand. আচ্ছা, learn to say no. So this is the most difficult thing. ঠিক আছে? Try to set boundaries for long-term success. For example, you might decide that you have something to do. You have to go on a you don't want to work on weekends. ঠিক আছে? You also don't want to be held accountable for it. So আপনি আপনার নোটিফিকেশন ফোন টোন এগুলো অফ করে রাখলেন। বাট ওয়ার্কলোড বাউন্ডারিজ জানতে হবে। মানে আপনার বস আপনাকে বললো একটা কাজ করেন, ডু দিস, হি ডাম্পস ইট অন ইউর প্লেট, ইউ হ্যাভ টু নো ইউর ওয়ার্কলোড বাউন্ডারিজ, লাইক ওকে এটা আমি শেষ করতে পারবো কি না অল্প সময়ের ভিতর, যে সময়টা সে বলতেছে। So আপনি যদি না পারেন, you should let him be upfront and speak up to him and tell him that no, I cannot finish it within this time, I need this much time. So you have to make sure you estimate your workload boundaries properly so that you don't burn out. আপনার যদি কাজটা করতে 2 দিন লাগে, হ্যাঁ, আর মনে করেন যে আরো একটা দিন এক্সট্রা লাগতে পারে, ask for it. Oh, excuse me. It's better to say no and keep those workload boundaries. Touch set reasonable goals, which is actually similar to what I've said now. So be realistic when you're creating a daily to-do list. আপনি জানেন যে এই কাজটা আপনি এই দিনে হয়ে যাবে, আপনি তাড়াতাড়ি করতে পারবেন, আপনি এটা অ্যান্টিসিপেট করতেছেন যে ওকে নো, with the task that I'm doing, it'll take me this much time, but at the same time, you should not overestimate too much, but you should keep it realistic as much as possible just to make sure you are doing the workload management for yourself. So you don't have to like fill your capacity with 100%. Instead, you try to make it 80% each day so that you can give the best output in a couple of days. So that's actually one of the ways of keeping setting reasonable set reasonable goals for yourself. Touch prioritize your health. This is one of the things I've suffered a lot in my life. So আমি আমার ব্যাপারে একটু বলতে চাই যে get enough sleep. আমার একটু sleep apnea problem আছে because of my overweight, but I've actually overcome from there. That has actually helped me a lot. Eating healthy food and drinking plenty of water and exercise regularly. This is very important. অনেকে আমরা exercise করি না, অনেকে করতে চায় না and all that. So we have to learn how to cope with it. To prioritize these things will help you feel far more energized and able to push you throughout each day. And do not neglect your life outside of work. So, so one of the things you need to do is to ensure there's the right balance of other activities, responsibilities, relationship between beyond your workplace. So আপনার কাজকর্মের বাইরে যেগুলো অ্যাক্টিভিটিস আপনি করতে চান, যেমন বন্ধুদের সাথে দেখা করতে চান বা আপনার বাচ্চাকে নিয়ে কোথাও যেতে চান, ভাবিকে নিয়ে বা ওয়াইফকে নিয়ে কোথাও যেতে চান, do it. And also, I'll give you another example. This BITNA Meetup is also something you should do outside your work. So just to make yourself happy and just to keep yourself off from all the stress of the work as I go along. So, okay, our recommendation, uh, one recommendation is to dedicate 10 to 20% of your working hours to learn something new. You could master a new tech stack, attend a conference, take a class, earn a certification. Those are the things you should be doing to avoid burnout. After a define long-term career goals, আপনি career long-term কি করবেন? So you want to stay ahead and if you just want to like stay heads down and do the required job and you're not passionate about your job and you don't see you're achieving হয়েছে কি আমরা অনেক সময় চিন্তা করি বাঙালি কমিউনিটির ভিতরে যে আমরা একটা জব পেয়েছি ও জবটা অনেকদিন ধরে আমরা ধরে রাখবো অনেকদিন থাকবো কোনো মতে মানে পার করে যাবো এইভাবে আসলে হয় না you should have a defined career goal what you want to do you want to be a manager or what kind of role you want to do. You want to remain as a QA tester or a software developer or something like that, or you want to be a project manager. So you have to have a clear long-term goal. যে কোম্পানিতে কদিন থাকবো কি কাজ করবো and কি কি স্কিল আমাকে জানতে হবে হ্যাঁ so that you have a plan of action of what you want to do with your career. This is very important. This can help you from burnout. আমি যদি চিন্তা করি যে আমি ঠিক আছে আমি একটা কোম্পানিতে আছি হয়তো 2 আড়াই বছর পরে আমি হয়তো I will try to pursue a promotion to become a tech lead or a manager, or maybe I'll look for a management role in another company. You should totally do that. That'll help. That will get you off from burnout situation because you need to take care of yourself. You need to be happy for yourself. The company's not going to do it for you. Oh, excuse me. Attach it. Do what you love, regardless of your role and responsibility. You'll end up. You need to do what you necessarily love. আপনি যেটা পছন্দ করেন সেটা আপনার করা উচিত. Then you not feel any kind of burnout, any kind of stress. ঠিক আছে আপনার যদি কোনো রকম অপরচুনিটি থাকে to perform the task that you truly love, take a note of them. আপনি একটা নোট নিবেন, নোট খাতা লিখবেন যে আপনি এই ধরনের কাজ করতে পছন্দ করেন। You like to talk with customers, you like to talk with tech people, you like to talk with managers, you like to talk with uh, you know to talk about the projects all the time. You like to learn new things. So you have to have a clear defined goals. Grab a piece of paper and make 2 columns of the tasks that makes you motivate you, and keep another side of the task that things that drain you, and you try to balance it out by finding the right role that doesn't drain you. This is actually pretty helpful. This is typically I don't advise this. It depends on situation. যদি আপনার এমন হয় যে আপনার ওয়ার্ক এনভায়রনমেন্টে বার্ন আউট হচ্ছে আপনার ম্যানেজার খুব খারাপ the company overall culture and job itself and there are some external factors that typically you can't control in that job environment, I think it's better you take a new job and consider this seriously. Okay, this happened to me a lot. আমি আগে অনেক কোম্পানিতে আমি থেকে গেছিলাম like 1.5 year and all that. It gave me a lot of mental stress. I don't recommend doing it. Like right now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it if I go into that same situation. Okay, I'm almost done. So আমার last যেটা হচ্ছে there's a YouTube channel from where I got all this information. It's called Healthy Software Developer. The link is given below. Even if you don't find this link, I think you better search for healthy software developer. And if you go to healthy software developer, you will get all kinds of videos that tells you how to deal with stress, workout, burnout, and how to do the projects and how to, he even provides career coaching, this gentleman. So this most of his resources really helped me out. So I think it's time for questions. So I केউ যদি question করতে চায় বা কেউ if anybody has any comments, please go ahead and we can talk about it too.
ওকে,
Uh,
এস মোহাম্মদ শেখদার।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম সিকদার ভাই, কেমন আছেন বলেন?
হ্যাঁ, গুড মর্নিং সবাই। হ্যাঁ, আসসালামু আলাইকুম আজওয়াল। ওই আমি আমি শুনছিলাম, আমি হঠাৎ করে আসলে জয়েন করে ফেলছি, আমি খেয়াল ছিল না।
না কোনো অসুবিধা নাই।
ভালো লাগলো
You
না,
are
পয়েন্ট খুব সুন্দর না, পয়েন্ট গুলো আমি সবগুলো শুনেছি। হ্যাঁ, চমৎকার। আসলে আমরা যেভাবে প্র্যাকটিস করতে পারি, it really helps. So I just want a couple of at like what I do to stress out, burn out, and then this is everyday situation. We go through some awkward, like 9 hours, 8 hours work session, as we work in the sprint. Yeah, overwork, less work, a lot of things actually. Managing the boss request. Yeah, okay. So what I do in between the in a everyday work, in between, sometimes if I feel like, oh, I cannot build a solution for this, feeling like no, I'm nowhere. So I just jump, go out of the computer, spend 5 minutes while I'm making coffee. What I do, I just do jumping, jumping jack or whatever. What it does help me, my blood circulation go up, my brain get more blood, and then immediately my body stressed out and new thinking and reset. It's kind of reset my body, reset my brain, reset my thinking. It should work for everybody. As you said, go out, take a little talk to a friend or colleague, or just coffee. The same thing, totally. But if you do little exercise in your limit, 2-3 minutes jumping while you are making coffee, that help. It helped me actually. As I'm, I always share my experimented knowledge. And after that, as you know, I do. I feel hold like last Friday. I was really stressed out. I can handle like five requests, but I had like tens of requests with a lot of upper people. I handle, but at the end of the day, I feel like I cannot do this job. I cannot do it. That's the reality. What I feel in mentally. Then I go to run. I run 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Still, I'm thinking what I did, what I can do, what I cannot do. After 40 minutes, whatever I run, my stress hormone is, this is the real science. This is the real body science. Your stress hormone is defeated by good hormone. Now we are thinking all the good things, all the good stuff. Oh, okay. I resolve it. If I cannot, there is other way. I have to save myself. I mean, a lot of good thinking coming. And then end of the run, that's my physical activity. End of the run, I am fresh. I'm a new Nasir, new brain, new thinking, everything. That's how I practice. And this is the one thing, as you know, I'm also calling you, right, to good health. This is actually refresh me. And this is make me how Nasir Shikdar is today. Any stress, we have stress, that's true, but there is a way to stress out, you know. That's what I do. I just want to share with this actually. This what I do actually every day, and then feel better, feel healthy, feel excited, feel stress free, feel like I'm the boss for myself. That's all.
Thank you, Shikdar bhai. Thank you. I mean, I'm actually following some of your guidelines. আমার যেটা হয়েছে, what I did is like going to the gym is kind of difficult for me because of my twin boys at home. and my wife needs all my help. And going to gym is like taking the car and going and everything. ওটার কারণে আবার জিমে গেলে যেটা দেখা যায় যে equipment গুলা free থাকে না, and I need that dedicated time for doing the gym workouts like chest, bench, whatever. So আমি যেটা করছি, আমি alternatively I bought some resistance band, and that resistance band is helping me out doing the same thing that I used to do in the gym. Some gym membership cancel করে দিছে, তো একই জিনিসগুলো আমি বাসায় বসে করতে পারতেছি, push-ups and pull-ups and all those squats and everything. And those resistance bands are pretty easy. You can just hook it up in your door, and you can start doing all kinds of press and everything, and it will give you the same exact feeling as dumbbell. I know it sounds weird, but it works out.
No,
It's working out for me.
it's not weird. It's not weird. I love this. Love to hear this. Even other day, I showed in my live stream with the obesity free all phase. I was watching a movie. Me and my 9 years old son were doing, because it's a winter time, so it was raining or some bad weather. I cannot go outside. So the whole movie we are like jogging and watching the movie. So whatever you do, just do. You're doing good actually. In gym, it will kill you time. If you go to gym, it's drive 20 minutes, come 20 minutes, and do 1 hour gym. So you're spending 1 hour and 40 minutes. Why don't you do the same thing at home? Like simple exercise, and then there is a lot of exercise in the YouTube and freehand exercise. Everything works actually.
No, I'm using resistance band. One of them I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
it's called Vicks or whatever. So resistance bands they come in different different weights. Some of them are 10 pound, 20 pound, 30 pounds. So you're gonna get the
Yeah.
exact same thing. Plus in the gym, there's hygienic situation because somebody's using it. There's sweat all over the place. It's
That,
not really
yeah.
hygienic. And also at the
Mhm.
same time, gym is kind of busy with so many people, and those people, whenever you go to the gym, somebody else is using the
Okay.
equipment that you need. আমার এখন বাইসেপ কার্ল করা লাগবে, কিন্তু সব ইকুইপমেন্ট অলরেডি একজন নিয়ে নিছে, তখন তো আমার তো সময়টা নষ্ট হয়ে গেল, right? My,
Exactly.
my 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 time got wasted, so might as well just do it at home and be done with it, right? Because my time is limited, so
Yeah.
I can't spend all that time for in
Yeah.
the gym
Now,
for other people.
that
And
that
and
makes
if you
you
have a stress ball in your desk, that would help too.
Exactly. But anyway,
Yeah.
আমরা সবার সাথে একটু পরিচিত হই, and we'll start discussing. Let's go to Ishtiaq Bhai first. Ishtiaq Bhai, Assalamu alaikum. Please introduce yourself to other members, and then we can talk about.
Assalamu alaikum.
And
আমি ইশতিয়াক, ম্যানহাটন থাকি।
একটু ক্যামেরা অন করে নিস্তেক ভাই।
আমার ক্যামেরা প্রবলেম হচ্ছে these days.
অসুবিধা নাই,
Sorry
don't
about
worry
that.
about it. Don't worry about it.
ঠিক আছে।
Sorry about
Okay,
that.
don't worry.
ম্যানহাটন থাকি, আমি স্লোন কেয়ারিং এ কাজ করি, প্যাথোলজি ডিপার্টমেন্ট in IT, for IT, Epic integration and all that. So stressের কথা হচ্ছিল, it is stressful job.
And burnout, yeah.
Yeah, burnout, but it depends, like you said, it depends on situation. Me, I'm in my 50s and I don't need to deal with the kids. Kids are all grown up, stem their lives. So it's me and my wife here. So it depends on the situation, and I like to spend time at work, and this is much more, it became a lot interesting for me. It's a totally different environment, the work ethic, I liked it. So it is stressful for some, but it's not for me. And
Yeah,
I'm
I already
working.
spoke about what you said,
Yeah,
because you're one falls to that category of do what you love. I mean, to some
yeah,
slider mode
yeah,
আছে, do what you love. So your one is do what you love, which actually helps you avoid the burnout, which is actually also
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
equation.
It is, and especially in the winter when it's cold outside and can't go anywhere. So I'm working my weekends and working late nights instead of wasting time watching useless TV.
Okay.
So,
I wouldn't recommend that to other people in
I
the
know,
Bangladeshi
I know.
community. I
It's
wouldn't
no.
recommend to everybody else. Like I don't want to be a workaholic. I'd
Yeah,
rather
I
keep my
am
weekends for
workaholic.
myself. Okay.
That's another side of the coin. And for
Okay.
some, yeah, work relaxes me. So it's weird, I know, but it took me out of a lot of problems, other
Okay.
problems. So
Okay.
if I'm busy with something, you're focused. You don't need to, get involved with other things which you have no control over. So it helps. It helped me. So it's not for everyone.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but that's a very good personal opinions that you've shared with us. Maybe some people might get benefited from it. What Mike's talking about is do what you love. That you never feel bad, you never feel burnout. Nasim bhai, assalamu alaikum. If you have anything to share with us, আমাদের পরিচিত হলেন একটু. Hello, Nasim bhai.
Yeah, sorry, Bhaiya.
হ্যাঁ,
আমি নাসিম জামান। আমি আসলে আমি আমার ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড হচ্ছে ফাইন্যান্স। আমি
okay.
এই ইউএস এ নিউ। I was in I was in Australia. So
Oh yeah, you are the Australian guy. You came to last meetup. Yes,
yeah,
remember.
yeah. So I'm not here for long. I used to do mortgage
Okay,
broking, and I have a company in Australia called Frontline Mortgage. That's a small
okay.
scale, very small company. I'm trying to get into IT here, so
Oh,
I
you haven't
haven't.
felt the burnout yet, so.
No, yeah, but I didn't do IT, but I have lots of finance work, so I was stressed a lot because when you do a structured deal, especially in mortgage, some people you don't know which lender you should go through.
Okay, totally not relevant to this topic, but our topic today was actually based on the how to deal
Can't
with
afford 300,
work
300,
stress and burnout.
300,000. That's really, and if in our community they drive taxi, but I'm not talking about here in Australia. They drive taxi like can make only like they only pay like lesser, they can only afford $300, but they want to buy a house for millions. So you have to structure a
Okay,
deal, find a lender based on their need, and they're very stressful, and you have to do on time.
okay, it can be stressful in the United States as well, based on
Yeah,
the housing market. It's kind of like shortage of houses, and less inventory and too much demand is pushing the prices up. And also like zoning laws in certain states, even like certain areas,
exactly.
especially in California, where there's a lot of jobs and there's no zoning law, there's no multifamily home concept there. But a lot of jobs have been created over there, but there's a shortage of housing there. So even people who work in Google and Microsoft are and ending up, sharing an apartment with someone else. And it's super expensive for them, even for them, especially if you're a recent college graduate, you got a job in Google, for instance, and that rent can really eat up your income, and you're not going to be able to make any equity or save any money from that debt. It's happening in those
Exactly.
areas. Even in New York City, but New York City, the সুবিধা হচ্ছে, like there's multifamilies, there's people who are renting their basements out, so it's kind of easier that way. So
That's
anyway,
that's
it's
correct.
this is
But
off
in
topic.
Australia,
We don't want to
in,
talk about
in
off topic
Australia,
things.
they don't rent out the basement. Here, you can get a good income
অস্ট্রেলিয়ার
from it.
পপুলেশন কম তো ভাই, পপুলেশন তো অনেক কম, so বলে
No,
লাভ
no,
নেই.
people don't live in basement. To be honest,
It's only 20 million people in Australia, so বলে
but
তো
it
লাভ
looks
নেই.
like you are very knowledgeable in mortgage market too.
I'm knowledgeable about many things. That's why I run all these meetups. So anyway, thank you very much. But anyway, let's not go off topic. আমাদের topic টা হচ্ছে how to deal with IT stress and burnout. And if anybody has any comments, and they feel free to share the knowledge or anything, any kind of question answers that you have related to the topic. I think let's discuss that. We don't want to go off topic, আর কি. Anybody has anything to say? or anything to share আমরা আমরা বাঙালি কমিউনিটিতে এই এই জিনিসগুলোর ব্যাপারে একটু আলাপ করতে চাই like how does this IT jobs affect burnout affect the Bengali community maybe Ishtiaq Bhai can tell me because he's different though but can how effective can these tips can be for the Bangladeshi IT community what do you think
Not just IT community, it's for any kind of job. I mean, I know someone works at a different hospital and they're going through the exact same problems, the ones you explained, pressure from management, pressure from the cultural differences, and we are really soft-spoken people, and they take advantage of that. So, especially in this town, that's what we're finding out. Yeah, I mean, there are burnouts from many different ways, not just IT. It doesn't need to be only an IT sector, in any
some
job sector.
sometimes your relatives and your Bengali community doesn't know that
Yeah,
you're feeling the burnout
yeah, Yeah,
They think
because
you
in the
they
weekends,
they think that you're so happy, you have a tech job, you're making good salary, you should be happy. But they don't know the stress that comes with that kind of job as well.
yeah, I mean, the weekends we're also happy, but in the weekdays it's a total different life. Yeah. Uh, so yeah,
Because I used to get burned out from the work. I used to come home. Everybody was like, "Oh, okay," and I used to start getting cranky and stuff like that. And people like, "Why
yeah,
are you like screaming and stuff?" I don't know, I've been through a burnout situation. I need to relax my mind. On top of that, they give me more stress from home,
and you
and things
don't
can
know,
get out of hand. It
yeah,
happens
and
within our community. কারণ আমাদের তো কালচারটা different, you know.
yeah, and you don't know when you're really burned out. You can't tell the difference because you
You
think
really
it's
can't tell the
normal.
difference.
Yeah, you think it's normal, but it's not. So you have to know when to stop, when to take a break. Like every hour I go outside, I set my watch to get out and set an alarm. Every hour and a half, I go out, just walk around the block for 5 minutes just to get some fresh air. It doesn't matter if it rains or snow or sun, just to get out of monitors. Uh, that helps me. So I don't know. It's a different process for different people.
Okay. Are you using any kind of Pomodoro technique, for instance?
No,
Like
no.
you time block. Oh, oh, but it's the same thing as time blocking when you're working. Like when I'm working on a particular tasks, and it's like I'm gonna dedicate like half an hour to time block my task doing it so I don't have any distractions. This actually helps me a lot. If since I'm working
Yeah.
from home most of the time, what I do is I break down the task into small tasks, subtasks, and I try to tackle them one by one, making sure I get the job done. And this has helped me over the years. I never learned these things. Nobody ever taught me how to do this, but I learned it by myself, by doing my own
Yeah.
research and doing my own,
No, and
due diligence on it, and it has helped me overcome a lot of burnout issues. আমি দেখতাম যে আমি কাজটাকে ভাগ করে করে করলে then আমার কাজটা হয়ে যায়, and then I don't have to worry about making sure the job is done or not. Even small
mhm,
bits of things like testing the code and making sure that the Azure DevOps is actually getting integrated. Checking in the code থেকে শুরু করে আমি সবকিছুকে divide করে করে I take notes and I just remove those notes end of the day today. I have like Notepad
mhm.
plus plus, and plus also one of the things I do with my work since I write code and I work with microservices, right? So I have like different applications from coming from all over the place. So I try to keep notes of what I've done. So it's not possible for me to go every line of code and finding out, oh, একটা কাজ করতে ওটার জন্য আমার আরো 10টা কোড বুঝতে হবে. So I try to keep notes of what those things would previously if I've done some work on a particular project. I keep notes on that project. I know which function, where to go, where do I get this. This has helped me a lot
Mhm.
because because you have because I have a tendency to forget. So this is helping me not forget what I'm going to do. And whenever I'm doing a
Just
new task,
organize yourself. Yeah.
I'm just organizing my work, and this has helped me a
Yeah.
lot. It
Yep.
has helped me a
That's
lot from
good.
burnout. I don't have to take any stress and this has reduced my stress by 80%. আগে যেটা
That's
হয়তো
good.
একটা কাজ দিতে I used to like go to the code. I used to be like a cowboy. Yeah, আমি কোডটা দেখবো দেখে দেখে করবো। কিন্তু ওটা দেখে যাচ্ছে আমি যে বার্ন আউট হয়ে ওইটা কোডটা পড়তে পড়তে যে বার্ন আউট হয়ে যাচ্ছি ওই জিনিসটা আমি বুঝতেছি না। Like
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
my
Okay.
body was like because I was so energized and everything. Right now, you know what? I'm just gonna work smart. I don't want to work hard anymore. I just want to work smart and be more efficient that way. And that has helped me a lot. I try to take notes of what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And that those
Yeah.
notes actually help me out. Because if somebody in the team asks me a question, যে এটা কেন install করতে হয়, এটা কেন install করতে হয়, I just to pull out my notes, I just copy paste the notes, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you're good, man." Manager, but they don't know that I just took notes of it. You know what I mean? It's just
Mhm.
they're so happy with me and everything, and they talk about it within the team and everything. But it is what it is. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
found this very effective for my situation.
Our environment, uh, I cannot block time for a task. I have to be multitasking. You don't know what time of day is. So it's like nonstop from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And yeah, there are breaks in between, but there's also meetings on top of another meetings. So it's constant work. But sometimes things do get done that way. If you have a deadline and if you need to work with 10 different groups, that's what you have to do to get the work done. So yeah, it's a different environment. I go to office every day here. They offered me work from home, but you need an environment at home to work. So for me, office cubes with people online, it worked for me. So it's a different situation for different people.
Okay.
So
Last, Shikdar bhai, you have anything to say before I stop the recording for today's session? Then after this, we're gonna go to Tech Adda.
Oh no, thank you. Actually, I was typing a message. I have to go. I'm going outside with my family. Driving now. Thank you.
Okay,
It's a
okay then.
good initiation. Yeah. Thanks. Nice to meet all of you. Talk to you
Okay,
later.
Tahala.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Assalamu
all
alaikum.
right,
Okay, then
thank you.
I'm going to stop the recording. Then after this recording, we can go to Tech Adda. Is the situation. I'd like to thank everyone for coming and joining us.